Hello, welcome back to another week of Art Life. Last week we hit 1,000 subscribers, so we announced that we were doing a competition to give one of my artworks to someone who has been liking this channel, following this channel, and also liking my Instagram at Jess Oliver Art. So this week we are going to find an artwork and get it to one of you viewers.
I'm Jessie. I've been a full-time artist for 10 years and thought it about time I start sharing my painting techniques and adventures. Subscribe to join me every week for a window into my art life.
So exactly a year ago, I was obsessed with painting in lockdown the Suffolk skyscapes. We actually made a video called The Lockdown Obsession, and you can actually check that out now to see a little bit more about my cloudscapes and my art practice and what this whole body of work was about. So please do check that out if you haven't seen it, because it will really give you some background information on my painting and what I've been doing. So there was two parts to it. So I started to do works on paper because they were a lot more rapid. The oil dried a lot quicker on Arche oil primed paper. It was also nice to frame the works. It gave them a kind of sense of boundary. They became more like objects. It's interesting when you frame artwork. Sometimes a bad frame can ruin a painting, but when you find a really good framer like we did, Hamish Bell Frames, he's just up the road from us, he was hand making these amazing frames, and they made simple drawings come alive and have suddenly as much kind of gravitas and like clean, beautiful lines as an actual finished painting. So this is kind of how I've decided to start framing my works that I do on paper. Just to give you an idea, again, just that kind of mount made out of wood here, and then like a kind of white simple, it's all Windsor white, so it's a really nice, a nice clean finish with just exhibition glass, so it doesn't get that reflection which can often be a bit glaring when you're looking at sensitive artwork. So yeah, so if you do get one of these drawings, I highly recommend getting like a nice white frame. Oh, and it also protects it, so all the dust of life can not affect the painting. That's a problem with canvases actually sometimes, when they get a bit bashed and battered around. Glass does keep everything nice and clean. So this drawer in my old studio used to be in the staircase, a hidden drawer for all my drawings. Now we don't have a staircase, it's just kind of like we need to find a home for all of my drawings. That's another episode, maybe we can build something. So this is where I keep all my paper. Body of work was in two parts. I actually made, I think, 20 all in all. So every 10 drawings, I would switch things up. So I did two. One was called the Expanse series, and one was called the Immersion. One was called the Immersion series. So it was basically, one was about opening up the mind using a colour palette which was really light. There was lots of kind of bright sunlight. Some of the works, if you check them on my website and Instagram, you can have a look at the archive. It's mainly about a really kind of soft cloud, like a gentle passageway into the composition where the viewer could just, without a horizon line, just explore the sense of space. I on purpose didn't include horizon lines because when you have a horizon line, your eye automatically seeks an exit. It seeks the farthest point away from where you're standing when you're looking at a composition. So with removing the horizon line, I kind of gave and hope to give a sense of weightlessness with the drawings and the compositions. So you could just explore and enjoy the kind of sense of immersion and sort of the fresh air that I was trying to create in a lockdown environment. Remember, we were all locked in our houses, craving space. So that's what this was about. Again, I experimented with different colours. It was all just kind of a new body of work. I was very experimental. So some of these works are slightly more experimental than the others. I have sold most of them, or at least this is all we've got left now. But you know, that's the joy of it. Selling your work is always good because it makes room for new work to arrive. If you never sold anything, there would be no space to move in here. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so purple, That's quite a good one. Something quite umbery. Something smaller. I feel like I want to give away quite a big piece, because I feel like when you do things like this, people just give away something quite like, you know, small. I mean, I will give away all sorts of things, I think, over the course of doing these episodes. But I love the idea of just making someone like really shocked when they get a massive artwork arrive at their house. I think we should give away this one. This is one of the earlier ones, so I think it's kind of really authentic. I haven't signed it yet, so I'll sign it as well. Okay. We are going to give away this lovely oil on Arche paper. Cloudscape. So this was one of the early ones. This one was actually done from life. Like there was this incredible cloudscape. It was quite an autumnal day this time of year. So I was using quite muted palettes, lots of umbers, King's Blue and Umber. I just think are the most beautiful colours. And if you imagine what it would look like if you frame it, I think if someone got that in the post, they'd be quite happy. I hope they'd be quite happy. So yeah, let's find someone to give this to. So this is us picking a winner for the competition, and it's slightly harder than we thought. Explain why.
So what we're going to do is we're going to use the true random number generator. So we have 1,030 people subscribed. So we're going to randomly pick one of those numbers. So 1,012. So then we go back to our list of subscribers and we pick whoever is the 1,012th subscriber, you have won. So we're going to try and find that person now.
So as you saw, we used a random number generator and then selected from the subscriber list at random one of our followers, and then we had to go and check that they were following the Instagram. It took longer than we thought, but we finally have a winner. Drum roll. Okay, no more drum roll. The winner is Rosie Beeston.
Hey! Well done, Rosie.
Well done, Rosie. Thank you so much for watching. Now we just need to figure out where you live. I'm hoping it's not in New Zealand, but if it is, we still will get it to you. So yeah, you have an artwork coming your way, and look for a message from us today where we're going to just chat to you and see the best way for us to get you an artwork. So well done, Rosie. But for the 999 people who are sort of watching and supporting me, don't despair, because I've decided I really like this spirit of just showing how much I appreciate the kind of follows and the likes and the kind of really kind messages. So I'm going to keep up with the random giveaways. Sometimes if I do a plein air sketch or something in my sketchbook that I don't necessarily need for my professional practice, I can maybe send that to one of you guys next time. So do keep watching, because I like this idea that in watching you, I also spread art, and maybe it might inspire other people to, you know, spread the word of art life. Okay, so I got through to Rosie and let her know about the competition, and she's so excited, and I'm just going to give her a ring just to let her know about the artwork. So yeah, let's call her now.
Hello?
Hi, Rosie.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Jessie.
Yeah.
Hi. So yeah, just wanted to say congratulations. You've got a artwork coming your way.
I'm so excited, thank you.
Oh my gosh, no, thank you for watching. Like, it's so nice to like actually talk to someone. It feels like it makes it more real. But it's like suddenly it becomes 3D rather than 2D.
Yeah.
So the artwork, it's one of my recent cloudscapes. It's mainly like umber and like a King's light blue with lots of smoky greys. So we'll talk about it in like the video, but I can send you a photo, and yeah, it'll probably need a bit of a frame, but I'll roll it up and send it to you.
Brilliant, thank you.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much, and yeah, thanks for watching.
No problem at all.
Okay,
thank you for making all your videos and everything.
Awesome. Well, have a lovely evening, and I'll catch you soon.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay,
Okay.
have a good weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
I got really red. I was so embarrassed. I felt so shy. What a sweetheart. Yeah. Oh, that's something I feel really like excited. So I'm going to sign it now. I've also started making a video, or I started in my old studio, called The History of Signatures on Paintings. So maybe I should also include that in the to-do list of videos I want to do for Art Life. So yeah, normally I sign at the bottom left, don't know why, just kind of habit, I guess. And I'll sign it on the back as well. I think I'd recommend whoever gets this in the post, you'd want to frame it. You don't want to show this edge. I quite like the idea of it having quite a clean, like this one, close to the composition. So yeah, so let's sign it.
Yeah.
So I always use ink pen, just because I love that calligraphy finish. When I'm doing oil paintings, I will sign in oil paint, but I like the sketchiness of the pen on paper works. So let's just do it around here. And now let's sign it on the back. Again, you can see, you can just see the oil coming through here. Like any more oil, this is the thing about paper, you cannot load it with too much oil or the papers can't really take it. So it's quite, you've got to have quite sort of like a lot of confidence when you're working on oil not to overwork it. So let's just sign it here. Just got Oliver. 2021. I'm gonna write, I never ever do this, but this is the whole thing of this is new. So I'm actually gonna say, I'm gonna write thank you on the back.
Competition winner.
Competition, no, I think I'm just gonna write thank you. Thank you. There's a kiss. There we go. Little studio update since we are actually in the studio. So I've now started working on these autumn local sketchy paintings. Some of these I'm going to frame as finished pieces, and some of them I'm actually just going to use as you know, sketchbook experiments. But so what I really want to show you is the actual painting I'm working on. Ignore all the dogs, they are rather distracting. So this one, this is obviously the sky isn't, I haven't started on the sky yet. This has only just gone past the underpainting process, so this has still got lots and lots and lots to do. But it's mainly these greens with Naples yellow. I've been using sap green. I could show you actually. I've been using sap green, terre vert, and Naples yellow. These have been my colours for this one. Or Michael Harding, as you know, I'm obsessed with Michael Harding. So you can just see here in that kind of hazy, it was like that autumn mist sitting over the heathland going into this like big expansive warm sky, end of summer vibes. But I've never used green so much. So it's quite fun. Again, I keep my palette relatively tidy. I mean, just cool colours, greens, blues, some umbers, transparent oxides at the end. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. Okay, so in making this painting, I've been needing to get out the studio and explore, getting lots of inspiration. And actually I came across the most beautiful landscape with Rafe, and we were talking about some of the comments we've been getting on Art Life, and a lot of them are actually leaning towards you guys are using oil paint maybe for the first time, or returning to oil painting after a long bout of kind of watercolour or oils always felt slightly intimidating to you. So we've actually decided to do a episode next week of teaching a beginner to paint. And by beginner, I mean Rafe, who in the 4 years that I've known him has never picked up a paintbrush. So he's going to be my guinea pig for this. It might be a disaster or it might be just really helpful for you guys, but I'm going to try and teach Rafe the basics of oil painting, and in teaching him we're going to film it and maybe I'll teach you guys. I don't know, we'll try it. It's basically just trying to capture a landscape, very simple. We'll go through the kind of technical uses of oils, some of the techniques that I would recommend for a beginner, some of the paintbrushes and mediums. We will be doing particular episodes where we just focus on mediums of oil painting, and maybe again different techniques for mixing, so keep an eye out for particular aspects of oil painting techniques and stuff, because I will be doing those. I think I've already done one for the palette and for paintbrushes, so I'll keep doing stuff like that. So yeah, next week I'm going to be teaching Rafe to do a landscape, so we'll see how that goes.
I painted this whole studio.
Painting walls is not the same as painting masterpieces, as we know, because I'm terrible at painting walls.
It's true.
Okay, we've just spoken to Rosie and she's given me her address and she's really excited, and yeah, amazing. So we'll get that painting sent off to her ASAP. And yeah, thanks for watching this week's episode of Art Life. It's mainly been about, you know, the competition, but some episodes will be like that, and it's always worth watching because it could be you. But yes. Okay, so tune in next week for the how to sort of get to know oil paintings if you are a beginner. And there's also lots of fun, different episodes we've got coming in the future. But if there is a particular episode that you'd like to see, just leave us a note in the comments, because we do read them and we get loads of ideas and inspiration when you do write to us. So thank you if you have written, and please write if you haven't and fancy it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And follow my Instagram if you want daily updates on my stories, little videos of how my painting's going, what's going on in the studio, and lots of kind of landscape trips that we're doing. You'll get kind of updates in the week with that. I think that's it for this week. So yeah, see you next Monday.